Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT. And we're here in the greatest city in the world, Dania Beach. And you're watching True School Sports.
Most motherfuckers don't know shit about boxing.
If you don't mind, right, let me throw this out to you. I had this conversation on another show yesterday. You take Ryan Garcia, Haney, Shakur, Teofimo, right? Would you consider them, the four kings of today? And where does Tank fall in all that?
The four kings?
The four kings.
Four kings, right?
They would have to beat more people. They're still prospects relative. Shakur Stevenson is a champion. I forgot about that. Devin Haney is a champion also, kinda. Whatever. I don't know.
They're all champs except for Ryan.
If you're talking about new fighters, man, I don't really know about that. They may be the four most popular up-and-coming fighters, but I think there's definitely better fighters than those four guys coming up.
Yeah,
Troy,
they're prospects.
Knowing this era, they'll never even fight each other, so we can't even call them the four kings.
Okay, intangible. Who right now is better than the four fighters that I just named? Garcia, Shakur, Haney, and Teofimo.
Oh, I'll answer that. Wait. No intangible?
He asked me.
Go ahead.
He asked me. So, I'll name you a couple of guys. Jaron Ennis and Bektamir Melikuziev and Madrimov.
I disagree. I disagree on Ennis. Teofimo, Shakur, much more sophisticated than Ennis, in my opinion.
I think Jaron Ennis actually has better, higher height.
I don't think he clarified intangible. Did he say prospects only?
All I heard was coochie, so I can go back to that.
Wow.
Troy, I'm gonna say this though. Like my four prospects right now. Hey, bro, you already know Filip Hrgović, Bektamir Melikuziev, Virgil Ortiz, and Hassan Boy Dasmatov. Those guys, in my opinion, are the top prospects in boxing.
No, I'm talking about people that are in their weight class that are better than them. That's what I'm talking about. Yes.
Yeah, I'd say you got a point there, but like I said, knowing this era, they'll never even fight each other.
Right. But since we just having a hypothetical conversation, and intangible, you said you could name fighters in their weight class. That's what I was talking about.
Okay, I don't think I can really.
Wait. So Troy, you didn't clarify. You just saying who was a better boxer?
I'll have a go at it. Virgil Ortiz, Jaron Ennis, Gary Antoine Russell, and Daniel Yalusinov.
Wait a minute, Eldar. Hold up. Troy Graham, you didn't clarify. Are you saying just best boxers, period, or are you just saying prospects?
Okay.
Because three of those guys are not prospects anymore.
Why would I ask you about fighters that are better than them that are not in their weight class? I just said that could these be the four kings, and I just thought that everybody understood it.
I can't read your mind. You gotta tell me, Troy.
But Shakur isn't in their weight class.
I can't read your mind. You gotta tell me.
No. But wouldn't it be common sense, brother, that if I'm talking about these four, wouldn't I be talking about fighters that are in their weight class?
No, not necessarily. You're saying four kings. You're saying they're the four kings, and then you mentioned three different fighters that are relative to different weight classes because Shakur Stevenson is a different weight class. So
140, right?
What?
130, 135, 140, right?
Yeah. So the fact who's 140? Who's 140?
It's going to be moving to 140 soon, so yeah.
Wait, but hold on.
So
you name prospects 3 weight classes apart. Can we do the same?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, if you're just naming, I'm saying you naming best boxers, period.
Okay. No, hold on. Let me clarify everything because I figured I didn't have to explain this because I'm in a panel with so much intelligence. What I'm saying to you is forecast ahead, and are these four the four kings of this era? So what you do is you forecast ahead and say, okay, I can see Shakur being in this weight class with Haney. I can see Haney being in this weight class with Teofimo. And who else did I name? Ryan. I can see them all in the same weight class fighting each other. It's just that simple.
For me personally, I could see maybe Shakur's skill set translating into a possible sort of four kings. Not really the other guys, honestly. I don't see Ryan's, Haney's, or Teofimo's skill sets entirely translating into super transcendent, like a Four Kings type.
Yeah, exactly. You're not going to see a Four Kings for a long time. So
when you answer the question, give a little bit more detail for me, please.
Yes, they are the budget Four Kings, the dollar store Four Kings.
Hold on, can I answer that one? Okay, I'm gonna go name by name. First of all, Shakur Stevenson. I really like him a lot, and I do think that he has an excellent skill set. Now, okay, he's probably going to have a lot of fights where he's gonna be fighting defensively, and it's not going to be very exciting to watch. But skill-wise, he is excellent fighter. I'm really amazed with what he's able to do. Now, Teofimo, he's also a very talented fighter, but you know, I think that we should see first a couple of more fights between Teofimo and the other top guys. The Comey win was very good, but he needs a couple of other fights. Now Davis, man, we cannot really talk about him at the moment because he's dragging up much smaller fighters in whatever weight class he lands. And when he was younger, I really liked him and I thought he was talented. But for the last couple of years, I think he's regressing. And Ryan Garcia, yeah, there is some potential, but he's, I'd say, way away from that status of Four Kings because it's a matter of the time. When is he going to get clipped by some counters, leaving his chin in the air? Unless he fixed that.
Bro, imagine what Teofimo would do to Ryan Garcia.
Absolutely.
Or even Cheney.
Nah, man, Teofimo, because he got that power, bro. That he might actually, put him out forever.
Teofimo could do that to all of them, bro. Haney too.
Yeah.
So yeah, Teofimo is just that destructive.
Huh?
Imagine what Ryan's job might do to Teofimo in a year or two. Because, like I said, we're forecasting, right? We're thinking.
Look,
thinking about
I know Ryan.
I think
Ryan is not as bad as people make him out to be, but if you leave your chin in the air, even though you're fast, it just reminds me of Amir Khan from recent memory, and we know what happened to Amir Khan. Fast boxer, good amateur background, whatever, but he left his chin up in the air, and elite fighters, they see that.
And also like guys like he and Khan, I mean, they're easy to time. They're not great boxers. Amir Khan was not a great skill set. He was just a guy with fast hands and fast feet. Okay, but he came in with the same sort of pattern. Just then I'll circle around, circle. It was the same thing, same type of combination. And then once the fighters should figure out his timing, they'd get knocked out.
Does Ryan change his speed up though? I don't think so.
Not really.
I see him just fight at his like maximum speed every time. Throwing as fast as you can every time.
Yeah, so I don't like. I mean, if I'm being completely honest, I don't know if Ryan can improve enough to beat Teofimo. I mean, that's just me. Some people might say different, but I think if Teofimo just doesn't, if everything goes well for him and he moves to 140, I don't see Ryan Garcia beating him. Honestly.
How about Haney versus Teofimo?
He would get slept too. More than likely, in my opinion.
I think Teofimo finishes Haney in 8 rounds, like rounds 8 to 10, around there.
Break it down. Break it down.
I think Haney's very basic. He's a counter-puncher's dream, actually. He attacks in straight lines. He telegraphs his punches. He throws often the same combinations over and over again. He's just a jab, right hand fighter. And like I said, he telegraphs, attacks off the same angle. I think a guy like Teofimo would just be able to time it, recognize the patterns, catch him.
And also, when Teofimo's constantly feinting him, Haney's going to constantly be on the back foot because he doesn't change. He doesn't change his weight ever. He doesn't transition his weight between his feet because he just stands there waiting to counter you. And because of that, he doesn't get any power on his shots. Now, the thing with Haney is it's not like he's naturally just physically unable to get power. He knocked out Moran brutally. However, he needed to transition his weight and put so much into that shot in order for him to generate it. And he doesn't.
That's risky.
Like he did
That's
with
risky.
That. Yeah.
But also, like, physically, I think Teofimo, like, he's got all the edges over Haney. I think he's, well, I know he's got more power. I think he's faster as well. And technically, I think he's better.
Okay, so you're talking about Teofimo is faster than Haney and stronger than Haney? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, well, I'm going to give y'all a little something. Haney has trained with Mike McCollum. A lot of them shots you see him throw to the body, that's Mike McCollum, the body snatcher. And I think both him and Teofimo put on a lot of big guys or heavier guys outside of the ring. Teofimo has said he walks around close to 160, and you could tell by Haney's frame that he's a whole lot bigger. What, he fights at 135 right now, fellas? Haney?
Yes.
Okay. You could tell he's a lot bigger than 135. So this is the way I forecast things. In the near future, I can see that being an excellent fight because he has a jab. Boom, boom. He has a real snapping type of jab about him. This is Haney. And Teofimo is Mr. Purposefully helter-skelter. He's not just wasting movement. It might look a little helter-skelter to everybody that's just watching it. But to quote Bane, you know, if you're what's the term he used in the movie? Initiated, right? Then you understand all that helter-skelter movement. I just think it'll be a good fight in the near future. And whoever makes enough mistakes is the one who loses. And whoever stays on their game plan, and it goes back to balance, stays balanced, is the one who takes that fight and wins by TKO, I think.
I mean, I respect that, but I just think Teofimo is better.
I think Teofimo's balance is better than Haney's because when Haney tries to throw the straight right hand.
Papua?
What did you say?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that this is Pops talking. With the Teofimo and Devin Haney, I still like Teofimo in my opinion. I just think he brings more power. Right now, you guys, I know you guys are aware that what's the name? Haney's getting trained by Mayweather, and I guess he's putting up. He's getting sharpening his skills. But I just think that Teofimo's on a mission, and I think his power. I don't really think that Haney even has the same power that Teofimo has, and I like Teofimo. That's just my opinion.
Hey, shout out to Pops, and I want to say this. I think even if you take Teofimo's power away, he still beats Haney. I think he can outbox him as well, because Teofimo, I think he could just counter those wide shots that Haney throws.
He doesn't talk about, I mean, I haven't seen him personally throw any wide shots. I mean, I've seen him wide shots as far as what, his hooks, or, what are you talking about?
He loads up on his punches, man.
His straight right hand mostly.
Yeah, look at the Moran knockout, man. He really twisted that one. Like, threw everything into that. Like, Teofimo he'd see that.
Had him hurt, right? That's after he had him hurt, correct?
I mean, right? Yeah, I guess. But I see him do it often as well. Yeah. I saw him do it against, what's his name, Santiago.
I didn't see that. I didn't see him loading up and throwing real wild. When you say wide, you mean just like Wilder when he does his windmill stuff? Or what?
Oh, no, I don't mean like Wilder. I'm meaning like he's not.
He overextends.
He's good boxers, like a lot of the great, they'll fire really sharp, kind of short punches.
Short. Right.
I don't see
I
those short punches with Haney. I see him quite looping often, and he pulls back to generate a lot of power.
I understand what you're saying now, but to me they're not wide. They're just what you would call they're compact shots. But I can see where you coming from. That's because he's young, and once he gets a little more under his belt, those same shots you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna get shorter because right now they're very compact punches. So once you shorten the distance with all that compact and all that power, what do you think's gonna happen?
Well, I mean, you got to build good habits early, though.
Troy, you know what? Let me just say this.
He's
Yeah,
a great
I agree. Sorry.
in the ring. He does. Anytime you have Mike McCollum, anytime you work with Mike McCollum and you got Floyd, I'll give him that. Then you have a good foundation in the ring. So he's gonna tighten it up because what you're seeing now is similar to what you saw with James Toney coming up. You would say that they were wide and overextended, and as he got older, you saw the max that he became, right? So
Well, Troy, you know what? The thing is that you're right that with the team he's been working with, having McCallum in his camp as well as Floyd, and knowing that he's a serious dude. He's a young guy, but he's very dedicated to boxing. So in 2 or 3 years, yeah, he may become a problem. But I think that we are probably talking about what if they fought right now. And at this point, I would agree with L Dog in an intangible because I've seen Haney telegraphing that straight power punch very often. You know, he's telegraphing it and throwing it kind of wide.
fought right now, to be very honest with you, Teofimo, I would give him the edge because he's peaking. He's peaking. I don't know how old the brother is neither, but he's peaking. So, but with fighters like Teofimo, I think he could only rise, but so far with his style, then he has to slow it down and come back down and actually box at a slower pace, Whereas Haney, because he's learning and growing, he's gonna be able to have multiple gears. Like someone mentioned, Holyfield was a multifaceted fighter. He's gonna be similar to that, just multifaceted. And in the future, I can see him taking all three of these dudes out. I really can. But if they fight today, Teofimo would beat him because Teofimo is peaking. He's peaking and he's at the height of his confidence. And I don't believe Haney can catch his timing. So that's what's gonna take him out of there if they fight today.
I mean, I don't know if Devin Haney is going to quite be able to get down. I don't think Devin Haney will ever be a super aggressive fighter. I just don't know if that's necessarily in his nature. So I don't see him ever being like a Holyfield type of a guy. I see him being a guy who fights at range, similarly to like a Devin Alexander, somewhat.
Well, I didn't mean aggressive. I mean levels. He has multiple facets that he could use and all that. But when I see him fight, man,
I was agreeing with you saying, yeah.
Go to battle rifles myself, so you could go ahead and make your point.
What? I was agreeing with you. I was saying,
Okay. Because I was going to mute myself because I don't want to be long.
I'm back, fellas.
Okay. Yeah, what I was saying was Haney, I think right now he's still learning who he is because he's such a young dude. And once he learns that, it's going to become fluid. Back to James Toney again. Once James Toney became fluid, he was a master and very difficult to deal with. I see that with Haney. Like, think back to when Toney fought, good Lord, Iran Barkley. That was his Van Gogh movement, That was his Michelangelo fight. He painted a beautiful picture that night all over Barkley's face. It was beautiful to watch, man. And I see Haney becoming similar like that type of fighter. Not to say he's going to be the equal to James, but something similar. Whereas with Teofimo, guys with his style, time as he goes on, time will eventually slow him down. So once he gets slowed down, like take a Pacquiao. Pacquiao was known for his movement and his, just a lot of other things. But when time slows him down, he has to rely on other things, right? And I think that's what's going to happen with Mr. Teofimo over here.
But look, I just think Teofimo's better. Though I love the way he feints his opponents to force reactions out of them, picks up on patterns, counter punches, can swarm you when he's got you hurt. He throws short, sharp punches. I mean, I think he's a phenomenal boxer. But I will say this, Troy. I think training with Mayweather will really help Haney because Haney, that's obviously his biggest inspiration. I think he tries to fight like Floyd a lot. I think Floyd can teach him a lot.
No, I think basically what you're seeing is a young man that's when you see a lot of the stuff he does, the uppercuts to the body, that's actually Mike McCollum, but he hasn't found his own voice yet in that ring, or he hasn't found his own style yet, I should say. Not you're right. That'll probably be a better word to use than voice. Once he finds his own style, he's not going to be Mike or he's not going to be Floyd. He's simply going to be Haney. And right now, what we're seeing is a young man that's just coming into his own. He's not there yet. 2 years, 3 years, he's going to be there. If I just hope and pray that his handlers put him in the right steps to grow and don't keep him at a certain level of competition. You got to put him in with B and then A and then B, B plus, A plus to keep his skills sharp.